I'm Aaron Darton, and I'm a science teacher.
I'm Sam Solomon, and I'm a teacher librarian.
We are
Edtechtives, and we're on the case.
Sam.
Hey, Aaron.
Urgent news. We have a new case.
All right.
Brought to us from our friend Andrea K.
All right.
Andrea has a question for us. What's the best whiteboard extension for Google Meet? Is it just Jamboard?
I don't know why she said just.
Well, we're going to figure it out. We're on the case. Let's figure this out together. Okay. So, whiteboard. When you think of whiteboards, what do you think?
Math.
Math?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like just doing math problems?
Yeah.
Awesome.
But literally all teachers use whiteboards. So.
Like all the time, we're writing up there on the, that's part of the classroom. So when you're doing it remotely for Google Meet or Zoom, right? You need a whiteboard.
Yeah.
That's a teacher thing, right? It still works. We need it. So is it just Jamboard? Is it just Jamboard?
Well, Zoom has a whiteboard, which I can show you right now. I think the thing about the Zoom whiteboard is it's a little bit harder to use. Let me show you what the Zoom whiteboard looks like. I'm going to click share screen, and then I'm going to choose whiteboard.
I'm looking.
And click share.
Yes.
And now hopefully you can see a whiteboard. Can you?
I can.
Okay, awesome. And then you can draw on it. I can draw on it.
I have seen where students can do that, and that they go on, you can change the settings, they can write on it, just like you're doing right now. You can type in text, all of that.
So I'm going to go, one thing that is cool about this is you can save your whiteboard, and it'll just save it right to your computer, which is nice if you need it later for something.
Nice.
Yeah, but the Zoom whiteboard is kind of, it's a little clunky.
Also unpredictable by device, right?
Yes, absolutely. Zoom is extremely unpredictable by device, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, and what I'm seeing is Zoom is able to be played with and stuff, but you're not really going to create content with this, with the Zoom whiteboard. Like, you can use it, show some things, but you're not really creating new content that kids can use as turning in assignments or whatever we decide. Yeah,
I agree. Jamboard is way better for using interactive content and creating interactive content.
We agree.
Yeah,
it's Jamboard.
Absolutely.
Jamboard. It's Jamboard. And so we're not just going to tell people how to do Jamboard. We're going to show them how to do Jamboard.
Yes, I love that. I'm very excited to demo some of the cool stuff that Jamboard can do, because it's a lot more kind of interactive and content creative than Zoom's whiteboard.
Yay, let's try it.
All right. Okay. So here we have a get to know you activity that is asking us to add an image that represents you and put a sticky note with your name on it and why you chose it next to the image. So just very quickly, how you add in an image is right on the left side. There's this toolbar, and there's this picture of a little mountain. And
over here on the side. Gotcha. Add image.
Yep. Yep. And you can upload one from your computer or Google image search, or get one from your Google Drive or your photos. Probably your students are going to Google image search.
They're going to Google image search most of the time. They don't save stuff, but I'm going to Google image search detective, because that's what we are. Boom. Learn how to spell. Ooh, this one's great. This guy.
That looks just like you.
What? What is yours?
I have a cat. I have a cat with a detective hat.
Oh my God. And then
it's on brand.
Replace them, resize them. This would be a great activity for getting to know each other. Simple, easy. Kids, it doesn't take a lot to get on these, the Jamboard, right? You shared that with me. I got on it within, I don't know, a minute, basically.
It's a really easy shareable link.
Through Gmail, through Google Classroom. Super simple. And then you could set this up, have it ready to go. How long did that take you, Sam?
I set up all 5 of these panels in probably 10 minutes. It was quick.
But
or
you're
less.
Expert, so people might take a little bit longer, but at the same time, we have 5 different activities we could do here in a minute, it looks like.
Yeah.
Awesome. That was super easy and sweet. And then we'd have a conversation as students and teacher, and we move on, and that's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. On the math side, we have draw. We're going to practice using the drawing tool, and we're going to draw 2 ways to represent 10. So on the left side, you have this toolbar, and at the top is a pen.
Mm-hmm.
And if you click on that pen, you can choose like the size of the pen you want to draw with. Yeah.
Brush.
And the color. So you can choose
a marker, and I'm gonna do.
I like it. All right. And
And
we're going to draw.
What?
Draw 2 ways to represent 10.
Okay. I'm gonna do boxes, maybe.
Okay.
And
I'm doing dots. I'm using a highlighter because it's thicker, so it's not as hard.
I'm gonna do like one.
Oh, nice.
Super easy. And you could have multiple kids drawing at the same time here. It just feels super simple. You know, if you've ever drawn with a mouse, like it's not hard. There's my 10.
Awesome. Oh, I guess I could have done it this way, so it's like this way.
Oh, wow.
Math.
You double amazing. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, mathing it.
I'm great at math.
And whatever the teacher wants, like as the examples they could totally do. Drawing is another option. Math is a really great, like we talked about, like when you think about whiteboards, we think math a lot of times, like doing whiteboard math, like it's a thing. So this is a great opportunity. Okay, next.
So the next frame is an English assignment, and we're asking you to create a summary, and Aaron and I are going to do it collaboratively. You can place images or sticky notes that show different parts of the story, and we did model images already, so I just want to make sure we model how to do sticky notes. So on the left side, right above the image and below the arrow is a little like sticky
note.
Yep.
Type on that, and I can just type in right. What's the story?
The story is Little Red Riding Hood. So at the very beginning, right, her mom tells her she has to bring a basket to her grandmother.
Bring a basket to grandma.
And he can change the color up at the top. There's all different options of color, or there's the last one is transparent, and then you click save and it just appears on the board. So then you click cancel to get out of it, and then you can move the sticky note around, you can resize it.
How?
Easy.
Smaller, move around. That's that. And then I could also add in pictures if I wanted here. Be like Red Riding Hood. Boom, and I'm there. Oh wow, fun ones. Okay, good. Picture. There you go. And there's the basket. Boom. And I feel really good, like I'm a great student. And then somebody
you are a great student.
Somebody could do the end, and you got multiple
exactly
these at the same time. You could also have like multiple pages where kids are working on different pages at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can do it. I know that student collaboration is like a big thing that we feel like we're missing in distance learning. So like this is the way you can have students work collaboratively on the same frame, or if you wanted to like have everybody do it on different frames, and then we can come together and talk about what's the same and what's different on our frames. Yeah. Looking at our final frame. Oh, it's science. Oops. Science. So we're going to annotate the parts of a microscope, and by I mean Aaron Darden is going to annotate the parts of a microscope.
Time me?
Are you gonna time me? Okay, I'm ready.
How much time do I got?
Have 30 seconds?
The crazy thing is I'm having a hard time seeing the picture on my screen, but we got this.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
Mark. Get set and go.
Oh my god, he knows all the parts of microscopes.
Oh gosh, did I get it right? I can't. Yeah, there you go.
I assume you did, and it only took you 15 seconds. Well done.
I got it right.
Incredible. And this would be a really.
Oh. But yeah, whatever.
I mean, I don't know.
Nobody make it.
Don't at us.
We can talk about but this is a great tool.
Yeah.
This sort of thing. Quick, like annotate the parts of the microscope. Boom, done. They could have their own little notebook. They could be, doing the same thing with or whatever. You could download this, as a PDF, send it out to the kids, and then they would have it as a reference when they're done, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the tactile aspect of sorts is something that's really missing in a digital setting. And this like approximates that tactile experience of doing a sort, which is really nice. And you mentioned you could download it as a PDF. You can. So I'm just going to show you, you can rename, you can download as a PDF. Save just this frame as an image, or make a copy and have kids do it again on their own.
Yeah, and one quick thing, really, I remember us talking about this, is that those little stickies, the blue stickies you see, we created those, right? And so that's, some teacher work in advance, but not a lot. Like that took us probably less than like 5 minutes to create this whole little thing, and it won't take that long.
Yeah,
I feel like for most teachers.
Absolutely. And you could do it where like one frame has all of the stickies that we've created in advance, so people are sorting them in, and then the next frame is blank and they create their own stickies to
nice.
like
so
reinforce it
back and forth. Don't even have to like have another tab open,
Yeah.
So helpful.
Absolutely.
Yes, I love it. I think super useful for every subject. English, math, science, just get to know you, social emotional stuff, history, whatever. Super helpful. Love it.
Jamboard is doing it. Like Jamboard has what you need to make it happen, I feel like.
And a really low barrier to entry and a really like user intuitive interface. So it's like very little kind of like scrambling to figure out how to use it. You just get to start using it.
Okay, that's amazing. I love this. I think we should use it. We showed you how to do it. Now do it, okay? So I think now's the time in our investigation where we gather all the suspects in the room and we break down the investigation in our 30-second recap.
Okay, on your marks, get set, go.
Answer to the question, is it just Jamboard? It is just Jamboard. It's just Jamboard. Jamboard has a more robust thing to do. You can go through English, math, science, do these interactive, cooperative, annotative games, puzzles, activities, everything you could want in one space, easy to get to, easy to use, easy to integrate. Nailed it!
All right.
On your marks, get set, go.
So we looked at the whiteboards in both Zoom and Jamboard. And the Zoom whiteboard is a little bit limited and confusing because it can be really different on everybody's device. You can use text, you can like annotate on it, but we prefer Jamboard because of the extremely low barrier to entry. It's not going to require a lot of training, and once you've trained students on it, as we showed you, you can use it for all kinds of different activities across disciplines as well as get to know you.
And you're done.
That's
All
it.
right.
So,
Sam,
yeah, Aaron,
what do you got?
did we crack this case?
We cracked the case. Case closed.